Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, says Winston Churchill. Good day. I'm glad to be here again. And we continue the series we started yesterday, the entrepreneurial thinking teacher. And today we are going to be looking at one major problem um, a would be entrepreneur tend to have, and that is starting and not being able to finish. I mean, many of us we can identify with this. We have so many things in our mind. We have so many things we have even started, and then we tend to like, wow, I mean, I can't just finish. Maybe you have the book you started writing, maybe the songs you composed, maybe the business you want to create, and you're there creating the editing stage, and you have done all those things. So many things. I mean, the relationship you want to build, that consultancy you want to start, and so many things that we have started, even especially as teachers. And we're going to look at factors that are affecting us today. And we'll look at how we can use a good framework to move from starting to finishing. Quickly, what are the obstacles? What are the reasons why people start and they don't finish? Four things. I call it PFLD. If you can overcome this PFLD, of course, you are surely going to start looking into finishing. Let's quickly jump into it now. The first one is perfectionism. I mean, many of us are looking for the perfect time. No, I don't want to start now. No, the time is not right. I learned growing up that I should start even when it seems I'm not ready. Yes, like jump into it even when it seems you are not ready. The second one is fear of failure. You've not started, you are afraid. What if I don't succeed? Then the next question, as I asked last week, is this: what if you succeed? So don't doubt your own success. And moreover, what if you fail? Is it a big deal? Yeah, failure is not fatal. Okay, just move on. If you are just learned something fantastic. The third one is the loss of motivation. Yes, every idea starts with what we call the honeymoon stage, where you are excited. The idea came and you are, wow, I'm going to become a millionaire with this beautiful idea, great one. Okay, but suddenly the next stage is stage of reality, when you now see that, say, wow, oh, this is what it looks like. Obstacles, challenges start coming your way. Then the honeymoon stage will now go, and that's a loss of motivation. You don't just want to continue again because the motivation is not there. And the fourth one, the D, the PFL, the D part of it is distractions. Okay, when you now tend to shift your focus away from what motivated you to start in the first place, the goal, end goal there, and what you saw earlier, you start getting distracted. And it could even be based on your activities. I mean, look at many of us that started fantastic ideas, and I'm calling you out now around December, closing during the holiday. And we're like, no, we're going to do this, we're going to do that every week, every day. You're going to read. Now, guy, come. How far? You are not distracted. Your work is distracting you. Other things are coming your way. People are a lot of things. So you want to go back to this. So don't forget this four. Watch out for them in your life. Are you a perfectionist? Are you afraid of failure? Have you lost motivation, or are you distracted? That is why we start so many things we don't finish. So as an entrepreneur, you know that the journey is not all about starting ideas, but what executing it, refining it, being persistent in it. Remember the story of the farmer we talked about, or the traveler rather, we talked about yesterday. Imagine when he poured that water into the well to prime it, and he refused to pump vigorously. Mind you, he didn't just pour and he pumped once and water came out. We have been doing this priming before. For those who had fetched water in the village before, we know that pumping, that borehole, that you had to do a whole lot. You can imagine the much effort he had to put into it, even when he had invested things back. Same thing to you. When you invest your time into things, take time now to also now brood over it, put effort into it. So if the traveler had stopped halfway, both the initial thought, the goodwill to pour the water will not work. So persistence works there. Let's quickly look at this framework now that can help us to overcome starting and not finishing. And I use the word finish. Finish as a country now, not the finish of one N, because there's another N I want to talk about. The framework finish. Okay, now let's get into it. First, focus on the goal. Let your eyes be on the goal. Get clarity. Why do I want to do this? When you have the reason why you want to do it, you really don't want to give up. Let the reason be the motivation you have all the time. Okay, I'm doing this because this is my end goal. I want to make $1 million at the end of the year. I'm doing it because I want to become one of the most popular teachers in the world. I'm doing it because I want to build my own school to give different form of education to people. I'm doing it because I want to change the narrative of this and that. Okay, focus on the goal all the time. Write it if possible, and then let that be your motivation every morning. If possible, write it on your phone. I mean, you can take a picture of it and use that as your what do you call it, the background of your phone, on your WhatsApp, everywhere. Wherever you are going, you are seeing this. Identify what why you started, rather, which is still the same thing. Okay, focus on your goal. Identify why you started. What is that thing that is pushing you in the front? What's your strongest motivation? Then the end there is narrow down your task bit by bit. Yeah, when you have it so big, you may not be able to do it. Sincerely, I didn't start out jumping here every morning. I must tell you, I started by doing 1 minute and then, okay, let's see what it looks like. Let me check my lights here. Let me check my light there. But when I felt I started, interestingly, when we started the first 2 days, it was very dark, but we didn't know that we didn't get it right. Okay, but what we started breaking it down. Okay, today and tomorrow. So break down your task into something you can achieve in chunks. Okay, whatever the big idea is, break it down, because when it's too big at times, it can be too overwhelming. Then the second N is nurture your discipline. Okay, have that discipline that, okay, I will wake up every 5 a.m. to prepare for this. I mean, that's a typical example of mine. Okay, of you will also do this. I will read a book every day. I don't need to read 100 books or the entire book in 1 week. Okay, I can read a chapter every 10 minutes. Okay, you do that. Okay, you break it down into what you can achieve and then hold yourself accountable. The I there is ignore perfectionism. It cannot work. Okay, it doesn't go that way. Not every see, nothing is perfect. I must tell you, we all work towards perfection. So don't wait till the perfect time. Don't wait till the perfect time. And then, if possible, seek accountability. That is the S there. Seek accountability. Look for someone that will always ask you every morning, what have you done? I mean, I have a goal now to do something, and I see my big brother, my mentor, calling me all the time. How far with the book? And I'm like, okay, I'm done writing it. I've rearranged it. And when I come back from this, I will do this. Okay. Someone is always, you know, that this person will ask you anytime there is a call. No, always have people like that around you. That's how you succeed. And then harness the power of reflection. Yes, at every stage of ideas, there will always be that time you need to pull back again and ask yourself, am I getting it? Reflect again. I mean, have that motivation all over again. So when you reflect, look at what you have achieved so far and celebrate every little wins on the way. I love doing that. Every little wins on the way, celebrate it. Every time I wake up to do this, I mean, I feel happy that yes, this is our fourth week again. We are going. I mean, tomorrow, next week, and I started thinking, okay, we can celebrate 1 month of doing this. Celebrate every little win, no matter that little win. Celebrate. The ability to finish your lesson plan even before Monday is a good win. You can write about it on social media, okay? Harness the power of reflection there. Quickly, I'm going to go over it once more. Focus on the goal, identify why you started, narrow down your task, nurture discipline, ignore perfectionism, seek accountability, then harness the power of reflection. So you want to also reflect quickly now, okay, how can I use this framework in what I have started? Is there any small work you started and you have abandoned? So use this framework today and give us a testimony very soon. And let's take our words of affirmation, and you're going to say it this way: I am a finisher. I am not just a starter, but I am a finisher. I focus on my goals. I overcome obstacles. I take consistent effort to create value. My persistence inspires others to succeed. Go and succeed. Teachers, finishing what you start is the mark of a true entrepreneur and leader. Apply the framework finish, okay, and see how persistence transforms your idea into impactful result. I mean, just always think of the impact of that your result. We are glad that you are joining us today. Please kindly share this, because a lot of people, I'm getting a lot of feedback. I mean, somebody was in my car yesterday and I had to play it back and say thank you for doing this. So we thank you for coming every moment to share. Please kindly share this, and then we'll see you again tomorrow when we are going to be looking at how idea can move from the honeymoon stage to the finishing stage. We have about 7 framework of how you can pick your idea now and you get. We are looking at you becoming an entrepreneur at the end of the day. Thank you for being a teacher. You are highly celebrated.